was an era in cycling that saw records fall again and again, and now we know it was also an era where performance-enhancing drugs were rampant. 10 years ago, my next guest was at the top of his game, facing intense pressure to win. He says, led to pressure to cheat. For cyclist Tyler Hamilton, 2003 was a year like no other.
Magnificent performance, Phil. You very rarely see a performance like this.
Hamilton finished fourth in the Tour de France, seeing his teammate Lance Armstrong capture his fifth consecutive title. Then, at the 2004 Summer Olympics, Hamilton won gold in men's cycling. But the celebration was short-lived after Hamilton tested positive for blood doping.
Because I know I'm innocent, my team knows I'm innocent. And I know we will win this battle.
Hamilton fought the charges, but was effectively banished from the sport. Meanwhile, Lance Armstrong continued winning. 7 consecutive Tour de France titles in all. Then in 2011, Hamilton came clean, admitting that he and Armstrong engaged in rampant doping, perpetuating a culture of cheating later captured in the documentary The Armstrong Lie.
Everyone cheats. Then it becomes hugely distorted. It becomes a different contest, a contest of who's got the best doctor, who's got the most money, who's got the biggest risk tolerance. And the guy who was that guy for this era was Lance.
Today, Armstrong and Hamilton's titles no longer appear in the official record books. Tyler Hamilton grew up nearby in Marblehead and now lives in Montana, where he runs an internet-based coaching business for cyclists. He's also the author of the 2012 New York Times bestseller, The Secret Race: Inside the Hidden World of the Tour de France. Welcome to Greater Boston. Good to have you back.
Nice to be here, Emily. Thank you.
So when we go back and look at those interviews with Lance Armstrong and his lengthy career, it always seemed like now we know he lied so easily. But how was it for you? Was it harder?
Oh, it's brutal. I mean, you start lying, and every time you lie, it got a little bit easier and easier. But I was telling somebody the other day, it's like I was more concerned with getting caught in all these lies and the cheating than I was about winning. Mm. It really, for me, it ruined cycling. It ruined, a beautiful sport. It was unfortunate, but. Once you arrived at the top level, and once they trusted you and felt like you were a worthy investment, you got invited into more or less a secret room, and there was a secret society, secret culture, and yeah. I think my first Tour de France was in 1997. I believe there were 208 starters. I'd be surprised if there were less than 200 that were not doping.
That is amazing.
So it was ugly, ugly.
You're in town right now at MIT for this Sloan Center Sports Conference, and actually there was a reporter there today who said, doping should be allowed. He writes, considering the damage playing sports like football and boxing does to one's mind and body, how is this any different? So what do you think of that? No, absolutely not. Yeah, I mean, we need... anti-doping was in the late 90s, when I got into the professional league. It was non-existent. USADA, the United States Anti-Doping Agency, they didn't really start till late in the year 2000. They really didn't get even rolling until 2002. So, they're a little bit playing catch-up, but they will win this battle. They will win this battle. They beat me, they beat Lance, and they'll beat plenty more. That's for sure. One of the points I think this reporter was making is, though, that at some point it becomes a level playing field. If you said 200 of the 208 were using, blood doping, then shouldn't the medal stand? No, but dope. I voluntarily gave back my medal back in. A couple years ago, and they gave it to the second place rider who, was one of my teammates. And, was he a doper? Oh, of course. Vyacheslav Ekimov, he's from St. Petersburg, Russia. Yeah. But really, we need to just fight this battle. For a long time, it was just overlooked, and it's slowly, the dopers are getting caught. But for a long time, we were 2 and 3 steps ahead. We had team doctors that would tell us how to cheat. They'd give us the cheat sheet, and all you had to do was follow some simple rules, and 99 times out of 100 you wouldn't get caught. Well, this must be happening in all sports, not just downhill skiing. I mean, anything that takes the kind of exertion. I mean, yeah. Oh, and back to your point was, you know, if you allow doping, you know, doping, each of these doping products affects people differently, and so it wouldn't be an even playing field. For example, in cycling, it's all about, you know, it's an endurance sport. Your hematocrit is very, very important. Some people are born with lower hematocrits. Some people are born with higher hematocrits. In the sport of cycling, your hematocrit cannot be above 50. You know, if you're at 48, you know, you have a little bit of room to play with. Myself, I was at 42, so I had a little bit more room to play with. So it wouldn't be an even playing field. And
what's this been like for you? I mean, you've done 60 Minutes, which is a riveting interview. I mean, you've kind of had to, like today, you're talking about this all the time. You were at the top of your game in a beautiful, terrific sport, and now it's this. And I know you have another business.
Oh, no, I mean, it's been, I mean, my life has been, yeah, I've seen the highest of highs, you know, winning an Olympic gold medal, winning a stage in the Tour de France, you know, ringing the opening bell at Wall Street, throwing out the first pitch at the Red Sox game. Like, that's, you know, growing up in Marblehead, it was amazing. But I've learned so much from this, and you know, I've learned a heck of a lot, and I couldn't, you know, these lessons will be with me for the rest of life. I'm a much better person today because of it, and I will, for the rest of my life, will volunteer as much time as I can to, you know, making sport, not just cycling, but all of sport, that I hope better. And I do a lot of, I speak a lot to younger kids. I think that the 12 to 18-year-old bracket's very important. You know, I wish somebody had come and talked to me about that when I was getting ready to go to the big leagues. But back then, nobody knew anything.
Especially when the coaches, the big leagues, are doing it. Yeah. All right, Tyler Hamilton, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.